Well, I think we'd all agree that amidst everything else that's going on in the world, we are grateful for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee, the happiness and sense of pride in the achievements of a remarkable woman, banished, even if only temporarily, the unhappiness of war and inflation, energy and interest rate crises. But great things with a difference were taking place in other parts of the world. Perhaps the finest Australian athlete that you've never heard of is Australia's #1 female golfer, the 26-year-old West Australian Min-Ji Lee, born of Korean parents who moved to WA more than 2 decades ago. Min-Ji Lee has now won the biggest prize in the history of women's golf, the US Open, and $2.5 million. But across the channel, not far from the Queen's Jubilee, an extraordinary Spanish 36-year-old was cementing his own place in history. Rafael Nadal captured his 14th French Open, a record that will never be approached, let alone exceeded. And this was after an epic quarter-final against Novak Djokovic, offering to the tennis world a level of tennis that is rarely seen. Then came the tragic semi-final against the elegant German Alexander Zverev. Now, I suspect most people didn't see it. After all, the first set, plus the next 12 games in the second set, lasted more than 3 hours. Yet again, the tennis was of the highest calibre. The tall and powerful German went every inch of the way with Rafa, such that he had 5 set points in the first set, 4 of them consecutive, up 6-2 in the tiebreak. Nadal, on the stretch, hit 2 forehand winners that must go down as 2 of the greatest shots anyone has ever played. One with Rafa miles outside the court, Zverev at the net, and Rafa manages a cross-court passing shot with an impossible angle. The other, when Zverev approached the net with a splendid, powerful and deep forehand into Rafa's left-handed forehand, and somehow, at the bullet-like speed that only he can manifest, Nadal squeezed a passing shot up the line and the set was his. Tragically, at 6-all in the second, as the German chased a wide forehand, Zverev somehow got his feet tangled up and his right ankle sickeningly twisted underneath him, and he was gone, crying and screaming in pain. He left the court in a wheelchair, returned on crutches to thank the referee and the crowd and to congratulate Rafa. Who knows when he'll be back. And then the final against the very brave and generous Norwegian, the first ever in a Grand Slam final, though his father was a world-ranked player and now his coach. But Casper Ruud, the world #8, was never in it. 6-3, 6-3, 6-love. To which the Norwegian, who has trained at Rafa's academy in Spain, responded, "You are a true champion. This is the first time I've faced you, so now I know what it's like to be the victim. There'll be many others," unquote. Well, it was Rafa's 30th Grand Slam final. He's now won 22.